Okay, greetings everybody watching this. This is another Mutator Monday. I'm actually going to show, and I mentioned it before, called the drafting grid. This is applied for, instead of a shuffle in a game, if you want to add some more strategy. Games have used this before. I'm just clustering it this way or something else. I have a game called Comtrix. I will post it below and show how the grid works. I may have something else in there, and if I have anything else, check the description below. I'll show it, and we'll go like this here. The way a drafting grid works is you're not going to deal out cards back and forth. What you're going to do is you're going to put them face up. And let's say, I think we'll go 4. Let's go like this here. I'm just doing these out at random. Depending on the amount of cards you'd have, you'd use your deck accordingly. You could take a game, let's say like cribbage for example, and use a drafting grid. You'd have to figure it out how wide you want it to be. Let's say we go like that there. I dealt out 20 cards a piece. By the way, that is just a rule card. We're not using it. But anyway, put it right there. So the way this works is there's several ways. You can do a variety. You can do more cards, wider, or go deeper. I could deal out the entire deck depending on the game. I deal out the entire deck this way. Let's just do the thing as if it's on the board. And let's say they're having 9 cards per side. You could do the full amount, which is 10 cards per side. You'll have some cards left over. And what I can do here is, let's say I'm going to play a trick-taking game. I could then bid on how many points I'm going to do, and after we're done, then I declare what the trump suit's going to be, or I can keep it hidden. And what I'll do is, let's say on this side, we'll have one player here, one player here on this side, over here, and one player over there. Let's say I'm going to play this side here. What I'm going to do is that I will, one of 2 ways. I either can take a card by itself. These cards that are behind them are not available. If you play a solitaire game like Free Cell, you know what I'm going for. And there's no drafting involved. But anyhow, I can take this card and put it in my hand, or I could take this card and do a pie roll, and person does it. Let's say I take that card and goes like that there. Person then, let's say I would take this card. He then would take this card. What you're doing here is eventually the cards, let's just continue to take them at random. This thing without concern. Or you could do the opposite, where let's say I take the card, I hand it to my opponent. There's a lot of flexibility in doing this. You take your normal game that would be normally 2 players. You could also do this with more than 2 players. And let me see how many cards do I have here. I took too many, 4 and 6. We'll put 2 over there. Okay. That was just a mistake on my part. And go like that. And then, as I said, we have 4 left over. The other thing is, let's say, for example, we were to take these cards to 4 players. You could then take the cards like this here and take 4 cards from the thing, and then players could draft accordingly with one person selecting it. Then I would play out my cards, and let's say, for example, we bid accordingly, and I went like that. Then at this point, you've made pretty much what would be a normal card game. You could take any card game by doing it like this, so long as you have the parameters, and you make a combinatorial. We have perfect luck, perfect information, no luck at that point outside of the initial deal. I could do something else where I choose to stack the deck and have more control over it. Anyhow, that's a drafting grid. I do want to thank you for watching, and may you die always roll 5.